Hi, welcome back to the Basic Brush. This is the next edition of the Hobby Log for the week ending the 5th. It's a few days late this. It's going to be up on Monday, so it is. Let's just get started and see. It hasn't been very productive this week, numerous reasons. Yeah, it hasn't been a good week for painting or much else in general. First up are 3 novitiates and the questing knight from the Doctrine. I'd forgotten how soft some of the details were in these, and these are demo forces, so I'm not going to stick massive amounts of detail in them, just for somebody else's grubby fingers to wipe off or knock off. Very booby, but that's not the worst of it. The details on these are just soft. The mold lines are atrocious to get off. And if I could get my hands on any of the new ones, if and when they come out, I would. I did drop my email in for Ignition Core Games about the new starter, so hopefully I'll get a response on that sometime. Non-relic knights, TT combats, halfling white. Still not sure about the base. Might do it either a swamp or just dead grass. Hauntingly green eyes. So that's really all I managed to finish. Hasn't been a good week for much. I managed to finish this guy here as well. So he is one of the Chaos Dwarves from Mantic Dogs. Basic flesh, and then the flesh kind of melting into the armor at the top. Sorry, my camera's not playing ball very much today, but it is what it is. Anyway, so what else is up? We have, following on from Relic Knights, we have the Librarian, who's in a state of primed and 1 colour applied. Probably going for the coppers with really pale skin and then dark blacky brown trousers or something. These bases actually, I'd spent a bit of time trying to work out how I was going to base Relic Knights. These are, your generic anime tiled floor around the schoolyard style thing. Simply because I had no idea and I didn't want to waste large amounts of time on it. I wanted them to be relatively usable and ubiquitous. So the Librarian and then this guy, the Questing Knight's Cipher. It's going to be grey with white and then spot colours of, I think, pink and red are the official art. And then that will be that starter box finished. I do have one of the prefects. I think it's prefect. I can't remember the name of the prefect. I do have another prefect in storage that I will have to dig out for that as well. To add a bit of variety to it. From the lesser working project, the lesser progressed parts, I have these 6 Chaos Dwarves. They were okay. The detail on them, I'd like to do some of them in silver just to see. We'll see what they turn out like. But with brass, they're they meld into each other right and well. So they're not, it's kind of hard to pick out and distinguish. Maybe my idea for brass just doesn't work, which could be the case. It's not a colour I tend to paint as a major colour a lot of the time, and I didn't really want to throw rust on it because chaotic dwarves as they are, they're still going to take good care of their armour. These 4 here, I've made a bit more progress on. They're nearly finished. A few layers and highlights on the guns and copper still to go. So yeah, that's really all I have. My tally is now sitting quite high. It is now sitting at 211, so I'm not doing too bad. And if I aim to get through to 400 and something to get reduced, I am about actually over halfway. So my target reduction goal is 415 for the year, and I have done 211, so we're sitting about 51%. Not too bad. Life's going to get a lot tougher and less time in the next while, but we'll see if I can keep the motivation up for a bit. I might take a week's break once or twice. Maybe even build a skill model, but we'll see what happens. You can't push yourself and not enjoy it. But anyway, thanks for watching. Do the usuals. Any comments, drop them down below. Anything in particular you'd like to see? If I have it, I will certainly share it, such as this guy here. He is in very, very early work in progress Warp Minis Oric. So he'll maybe make an appearance in the incoming weeks. But thanks for watching again. As I said, just do the usual if you care, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.